I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
BoxingVoice.com.
You seen what he did on Facebook, right?
I run New York.
And they said, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Beyonce Productions.
I run New York.
BoxingVoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was ball. Go fight.
My life has always been a fight. I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to.
You don't think you're being overly critical to a guy that took a body shot and didn't go down?
There's no pressure. That's just my style. My style is to dominate. I want to get the guy. I want to stop the guy. You know, my motto is man down.
BoxingVoice.com. Why you mad?
I'm not saying the man can't take body shots. Wait for motherfucking March. We're gonna take this shit to the limit.
BoxingVoice.com.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. Just a quick reminder, tomorrow we'll be having Oshaki Foster on the show about a half an hour from now, tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern. So if you want to ask Oshaki any questions, we have a post on our Patreon page and our YouTube members. Feel free to drop them a question. Make sure you put where you're from and your name, you know, so it's like Hot Boxing Minute from San Diego. What up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here to discuss Tszyu, the great performance that he had versus Brian Mendoza, and the fact that he has a hit list. And he even came out with a shirt for it. So shout out to Tszyu. Continues to take top-level opposition, continues to face the best available challenger, and just continues to build his own legacy. Now, this is the shirt that Tszyu was sporting Saturday night, and this is his post-fight message. Charlo, where you at, buddy? In his delusional head, he'll probably think that he can beat me. Come on and get it. He fought Canelo, and that's the tougher fight in the world. He, Charlo, is the best in 154 pounds, but let's prove to everyone who really is the king of the division. That was Tszyu. As you can see, his shirt has Harrison, Ocampo, Mendoza, Charlo next, Terence, Bud, Crawford, and Canelito. Now, this performance brought out a lot of fight fans that said he resembled Canelo in this fight, that his style reminded him of how Canelo fought. So the fact that now he's throwing his name in the hat for a Canelo fight, and for Canelo, a guy that never fought in Australia, maybe Tszyu can be a possibility. I'm sure that will become more of a possibility if he can get past Terence Bud Crawford. Now, Crawford was named the WBO mandatory to the winner of Mendoza Tszyu. He went to Punta Cana, República Dominicana for the WBO convention, and Thursday is when they announced that he is the mandatory challenger. We'll see, does Crawford want to take that route to face Tszyu? And if he doesn't make up his mind fast enough, we all know that Tszyu is going to announce a fight. The guy likes to stay active, and he waits for no one. I highly doubt Charlo's going to be able to get back down to 54 healthy. And I don't know that I want another fight with a built-in excuse. But, again, if he's coming back, he deserves the opportunity. I just don't know that I believe he will be able to successfully get down in weight and successfully beat Tszyu without the weight being an issue. Once again, if you want to call in, the number to call, 1425-569-5241. This is what we're talking about. Tszyu has announced his hit list, and Charlo's first on the list. Crawford, then Canelo. The 3 C's. He's after the 3 C's. Now, again, if Charlo, maybe he's going on vacation, maybe he has no intentions of fighting anytime soon, does Tszyu focus his attention on Terence Bud Crawford? And can we get that fight? Can we get that fight? That's really what we want to know as a boxing community. All 3 names on Tszyu's hit list are great names. If he gives us Charlo, I'm not mad. It's a fight we've been wanting. I just don't know that Charlo could get back down in weight safely, healthy, and be able to perform properly. But if we can't get Charlo, I would love Crawford. I think it's a great statement fight for Crawford. It's a fight that he can prove to the world that he's big enough, strong enough to contend with the big boys. And the Canelo fight, look, I'm not mad at Tszyu for throwing his name in the hat with Canelo. Everyone does it. Tszyu obviously brings in economics. You know, he might as well get an opportunity at Canelo as well. Being as though, again, he brings in that economics. Him and Canelo could end up being a big fight in possibly Australia or maybe here, right? Because of who Tszyu is, if he gets a big name like Canelo, they'll probably account for a couple thousand people flying over. And by a couple, I want to hope at least 10. I don't know that he can do that, but keep in mind Ricky Hatton brought in a good 30 when he fought Mayweather. So I'm not saying in any way that Tszyu is Hatton, but Hatton didn't have a father that was in the sport. Tszyu did. So quite possibly his presence could be bigger. Hatton had some tight fights. I ain't going to say controversial, but, you know, people wanted that Louis Collazo rematch. He didn't do that. Tszyu doesn't look like that, right? Like, Tszyu is doing the damn thing. Trap Media, $2. Boots and Tim being avoided should fight each other. Yeah, I don't think Tim is being avoided. He's gotten a lot of PBC names. They're certainly willing to fight him. I get that you can be talking about Charlo, but Charlo obviously had a bigger fight. El Jefe, $2. Tszyu is living up to his father's name. Absolutely he is. Doing the right thing, selecting the right opponents, you know, and definitely bringing glory to that Tszyu name. Once again, if you want to call in, 1425-569-5241. We're talking Tim Tszyu and his hit list. He's calling out Charlo, Jermell Charlo next, which, again, it could be a difficult fight for Mel to make, you know, off of vacation, off of moving up 2 divisions, come back down to defend. Could be difficult. He's asking for Terence Crawford. Crawford just was named WBO mandatory in Punta Cana. So that works. It's a fight that we've won. It's a fight that we talked about. So I wouldn't mind that. And then last but not least, Canelito has been mentioned as a name for Tszyu, and we understand why. If everyone else is calling out Canelo, why not Tszyu? At least he brings economics. At least he can offer Canelo a stadium fight in Australia. We'll see. But this is what we're talking about. We're going out to the phone lines. If you want to call in, 1425-569-5241.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
1425-569-5241. Press 1 Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. I got Al in the Bay, first caller of the day. What's up? All right, Al. I don't know what happened, but he dropped off. On Twitter, it looks like we got Alex the Great. What up? Alex, you got to unmute on Twitter.
Oh, I'm here, Ness. What's up, Ness?
Chilling.
Yeah, first I wanted to speak on that the show from earlier. I was the one that sent the cash out that texted you. But I wanted to first say that I'm rocking with Devin as well, but I feel like Regis is kind of getting a little like slept on, man. They're talking about like he's scared and he sound nervous. We ain't never heard Regis be scared or ducking or nervous ever. So I really don't understand where that's coming from. But and now for the Tszyu, he said he wants his the next three fights to be Charlo, Crawford, and Canelo, which that's a hefty lineup. I'm not gonna lie. I would love in that order Charlo, and for undisputed, and then he defends or the winner defends against Crawford. That'd be perfect. But if I would like Tszyu to go Charlo, Crawford, and then go to 160 and try to unify undisputed at 160 with Janabek or the other Charlo. That'd be cool to me, honestly. But shout out to the Boxer Voice. I'm gonna be here listening. Have a good one, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in.
Yes, sir.
Remember, if you're going to use our landline, you do have to press 1 or you'll sit in queue. We're going out to Al in the Bay. What's up?
Yo, can you hear me?
You sound
Hello?
extremely low.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you.
Cool. Yeah, man. I think that Charlo fight may not happen right away. I think that Crawford fight. I think the Charlo fight. I think he's gonna get like a little tune up when he comes down. Instead of going straight for Tim Tszyu, I think he's gonna go that route. And Crawford still has to fight Errol Spence. That still has to be situated. That's still not called off, so you can't jump the horse before it's time. So before that fight get called off, then I say okay, well Crawford is next. But it seems like that fight is still ongoing, so you have to worry about that. So I think he's gonna fight somewhere else. Maybe give Harrison another shot. Maybe somebody else.
Why does Harrison
get a
deserve
fight for the
another
belt.
shot? You wildin'.
I'm just saying he's gonna have to do something. You know, um, obviously you read on the T-shirt that he was on the hit list, so obviously maybe he's thinking about giving another shot.
No, but
Unless he's an
Harrison was
old,
crossed
unless
out.
he's old.
Harrison was crossed out. He already beat
Oh, it's
Harrison and
crossed out.
Mendoza. It was crossed out and Ocampos.
Okay, cool. Well, I think he's gonna have to end up fighting somebody else until that Crawford thing is situated. I would love for him to fight Crawford next, but he got to have Earl step aside for him to get that fight. I think Charlo is gonna be like he want to get his bees back, so he's gonna try to fight like somebody else, and try to knock them out, and say he's a knockout artist again, and then he's gonna get his juices back, and then he's gonna try to fight him. I don't think he's gonna fight him right off the bat. That's my call.
All right. Al in the Bay, appreciate the call. We got I Am the Real calls. What up?
Hello?
Yep.
Hey, Ness, what's up? So for Tim
Chilling.
Tszyu, well, I think for Jermell, isn't he? I think like the IBF like is demanding him to like do a mandatory defense for his IBF title. That's what I
Yes.
saw in Michael Benson's tweet. So that could be Jermel's quote unquote tune up. If he gets past the mandatory, he could like him and Tim Tszyu could go for could go for undisputed, and then Bud like if he gets past Errol Spencer the rematch if that actually happens, Bud could like challenge the winner of Tim Tszyu and Jermell, and Bud could be undisputed in 3 different weight classes. And also, I just want to like go back from earlier today from the show about because some caller was talking about Ryan's opponent Oscar Duarte. Yeah, Oscar Duarte, man, he's not a tomato can. Like the ones who don't know who Oscar Duarte is, like they should go do it their homework on him. He was on the undercard of Alexis Rocha. He did beat Alex Martin, and Alex Martin like he beat Fierro. I know like triangle theories don't work, but Duarte, he throws a bunch of like punches and bunches. He's a volume puncher. He likes to come forward. So it's gonna be a tough task for Ryan on that one. But anyways, but yeah, that's what I like for Tim Tszyu. Like he should fight Jermell if Jermell gets past his mandatory, and then like Bud could go after the winner after that. Because Canelo, I don't think he's gonna look at Tim Tszyu like, who the hell is this, you know? But yeah, that's my call, bro. But thanks
You
again
don't
for letting me talk
you
on your
don't
show.
you don't think Canelo knows who Tim Tszyu is?
Well, I know who he is, but
No,
like,
I mean Canelo. You
but
don't
I
think
don't know.
Canelo knows?
Yeah, I know, and yeah, no, I think Canelo knows who Tim Tszyu is, but like, I don't think Canelo will be unless if Australia like throws a shit ton of money at him. I'm pretty sure Canelo will like probably face him if it's in Australia. If the Australians they like throw a bunch of money at him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like Jermell, if he gets past his Mando, if that's actually like gets made, like he should fight Tim Tszyu for undisputed, and then Terence Crawford could go after the winner of them if he gets past Arrow if the rematch happens. But yeah, that's my call though.
All right. Bro, this is hilarious right here. This little TikTok of somebody reenacting KSI and Tommy Fury, hilarious. Hilarious. Look at this. That's exactly how this fight looked. I mean, I'm not even fronting. This is exactly what this looked like.
Rap.
That's truly what KSI was doing. It's so sad.
Rap.
You know, what's even worse is there's a rumor that damn thing did 1.3 million pay-per-views. I don't know that we can believe it because Happy Punch is the one that's reporting it, talking about sources told them. And, you know, Happy Punch is obviously super duper deep into influence of boxing. So anything, you know, it just makes sense for them to want it to do well. I'm not saying it didn't. Obviously, Jake does well, so I expect KSI, Logan Paul, and Dylan Dennis to do well as a whole. Not to mention they had Salt Poppy in there, but 1.3 million, that's a lot of fucking pay-per-views. But regardless of how many pay-per-views they sold, that shit was trash. Basura. They robbed people in the main event with the disqualification, and then KSI shit the bed, looking like a fucking weirdo doing jumping jacks. What up, JB?
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Yep.
All right, yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it did those numbers, man. I mean, like, I don't know if you ever seen like what those misfits boxing spaces be like, but they be having like over 3,000 people in like those Twitter spaces, man. So they got a crazy following, man. So I could believe it probably did those numbers. Now onto the shirt. I mean, he needs to just go ahead and move Bud's name off, man. He'll get fucked up by Bud. Zoo don't need to fuck with Bud. I've been saying that Zoo could beat Charlo, so I think that's easy work. And the only way he could probably get a Canelo fight is if PBC's willing. I mean, willing, because Tim Tszyu even said himself that he wants to fight in America, not in Australia no more. If they restructure that contract for Canelo in those last 2 fights, that other 50 million or whatever he's getting, that shit be 100 million so he could fight in Australia, something crazy like that. Other than that, that shit ain't happening in Australia. And honestly, I don't think Tim Tszyu, man, will even really. I don't think Tim Tszyu will actually get that fight, man. I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to create a buzz, man, but he just need to do what he can do with Charlo. Charlo's really food for the division and everybody else. Other than that, Ness, man, what's your overall thoughts from the morning show, man? I still hear people call about that. You call that cap, or you call think it's some juice to it, or you think it's just bullshit? How would you do it if you somebody's media PR, man? How do you feel?
What, the Regis shit?
Yeah. How do you feel?
I mean, I think it's, all news is good news.
On this good news. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. That's code for it's bullshit. I've been around you long enough, man, so it's cool, man. It's
Yeah, I
bullshit.
mean,
I
I
agree.
do think Regis, found something pretty irrelevant to
Possibly,
promote, but
yeah.
it's still promotion,
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Nest. I remember you said years ago that you was doing public relations, right?
Hmm.
You still do that shit
Every now and then.
every now and then?
Yeah.
Why the fuck like with you being one of the best critics and best voices in boxing, man, why the fuck some of these fighters ain't coming to you for consultations, man? Like, I'm just trying to figure this out, man. Like, because I know if you probably had Regis like as a client or whatever, you probably would have planned him to do this better strategically or told him not fuck with that at all. Is that correct?
I mean, I would have certainly not went down this route. He's not getting the response that he wants on his Twitter. It's not the comments that you would expect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, hey Ness, man, all I can say is this, man. Hey, if you don't start getting fighters and start running your own boxing promotion, keep on pushing your PR shit, man, because you got your ear to the street so damn much, man. You know shit and you see it coming from a mile away. Save some of these fucking fighters from embarrassing themselves, man. And that's my call.
So right now I'm screen sharing the comments of Regis Prograis' tweet. As you can see, this says October 15th, 216. Look at the first tweet. A picture of Kodak looking crazy, basically giving him a thumbs up, saying, yeah, we believe you, buddy, which is a sarcastic we believe you. And here goes the next one. Rougarou deep dive in here with Devin Haney responded. And that's the response, a knee to the face. He's not getting, look at the picture of 50. Like, this is what they posting it. He didn't get anything he wanted. Look, they call him autistic, and that's not even a joke, but he's not getting anything he wanted. Look, Ellie setback better not be your confirmation. You should be more concerned about melting his belly. This guy claims Julio Cesar Chavez got it changed and added the box rec. Look, this one says, nah, it wasn't in Mexico, it was in Vegas. This is the first good comment, right? Because he's like, that wasn't Mexico, that was Vegas in May, so he's talking about the Loma fight. Cynthia Conti of the ring just put the looking emojis. This guy just being sarcastic, I guess you better not lose the fight then. You see, he didn't really get what he want. Someone saying Romero's not a confirmation. Show us receipts, champ. I mean, it just didn't get the reaction he expected, but it still got people talking, so I feel like it still did its job. Alex, what's up? Alex, what's up? Alex de la Vega. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. We're talking Tim Tszyu's hit list. He called out Charlo, Crawford, Canelo, the 3 C's. Twitter Space is available and Discord available. Alex, I sent you an invite. I don't know what's going on your end.
Yo.
We hear
Yo,
you
can
now.
you hear me?
Yes, we do.
All right. Good evening. Yeah, I seen that shirt and everything, and then those are 3 big names, I think, for Tim Tszyu. He's been chasing the Charlo fight for, what, a couple years? Terence Crawford, undisputed champion, said he want to be undisputed in the third weight class. And then, of course, who doesn't want to fight Canelo? So those are the names that I think any fighter around 154 to 168 will be calling. So it makes sense. Do I see any of these fights happening? The Canelo one is a super long shot for sure. He talked about how he wants to move over to the T-Mobile arena. Bring his Australian crew over to the U.S. But honestly, I think if he were to fight Canelo, he would have to. I mean, he has to be like a Crawford first. Or what if the opportunity of making some big bread came to Australia? Could Canelo take a look at that? But like I said, it would take for him to be like a Crawford, maybe I don't know, both Charlos or something. So I don't really see that one being a real option as of right now. But the Charlo one is the name that he seems to be saying the most. He wants that fight. He's been chasing it. He feels Charlo's been avoiding him, and I could understand why he wants that fight because that is a guy that I think out of these three names he could beat probably the most. However, I would put him as the underdog in all three fights. With the Crawford fight, I mean, who doesn't want to fight a two-time undisputed champion? It's just the biggest thing is why would any of these three want to fight him? And I just don't see it being enough to make the fights happen. But Tszyu, I mean, come on, he stays active. He's been on pay-per-view in Australia. He's a draw over there. He's been, I think, for like 4 years. So that's really where his base is. He's only had one fight here in the U.S. So I don't know what's going to be next. I mentioned maybe an Erickson Lubin. Maybe that's what's in his future. That might help him get some. That had to be here in the U.S. But is that a headliner on T-Mobile? Man, I don't know. I don't. Probably not. Right. So I mean, he's kind of stuck in a spot. But what about this, Ness? I was looking. What if there's an opportunity to go to the UK? What if Liam Smith wanted to go back to 154? I could see that being a real fight. Or what if this one's a little more of a curveball? What about Josh Kelly, number one in WBO, right? Just signed a contract with Wasserman. And Wasserman works with Sutherland, right? And they work with Misfits. They have fights on the Zone. So what if the Zone helps bring Tszyu over to the Zone to fight Josh Kelly? That could over to the UK. I'm sorry, to fight Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly made it seem that he wants to fight, so this would be an opportunity. I don't think he's fought in the UK before. Josh Kelly's not the sexiest name, but that's why I think maybe the Liam Smith. But that's the biggest thing is why do people want to fight Tszyu? If it's not in Australia, why? The belts just don't seem like they hold the same feeling, the same glory. So maybe you have to have somebody has to have what you want. Tszyu has a belt. Who wants the belt? Tszyu wants to fight the names. He wants the glory, and he knows the money comes with it. So who's going to step up to the plate? So Tszyu, he's here. He comes to fight. He has a good backing. Now somebody just say, I want to fight Tszyu. Honestly, I hope it's Crawford. I think that'll be the best fight out of the options. I don't know how Charlo's going to look. The Canelo thing, we already seen someone jump up 2 weight classes. Give me Terence Crawford versus Tszyu in the T-Mobile Arena. That's my call.
All right, all right. I hate to say I don't like any of your options. Josh Kelly, ill. And then he said Liam Smith. Why? None of that was worth it. Like, none of that is fight party. None of that is like, oh shit, yo, Zoo about to fight Liam Smith? Like, hell no. I'm not. I'm good on that. Uh, Give me the names on the shirt or go take a seat. Don't get me wrong, Lubin is alright. Lubin and guys like that, maybe fucking Ramos lost now, so it's just really Lubin left on that 54 side, on the PBC side. I mean, Conwell's not a big enough name, too much risk. What up, J. Will? J Will, what up?
What up? What up?
Chilling, chilling.
Yeah, man. This is interesting, man. This is interesting, man. Oh yeah, my first call of the day on the first show, man. I'm kind of salty, man. I don't know what happened, but um, there was a lot of sensitive, I would assume, Haney fans the way they was acting. But you know, nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it to this show though. Zoo, I like Zoo. I do. Um, I like what he brings. He's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He's just kind of in the same position as Boots. You know, like you- he looks like the goods. Um, shit. I mean, shit. Zoo got a belt. Uh, I mean, even though he's an email champion, whatnot, but like technically he has a belt, and he's been really aggressive with fighting fighters. When Mel first hurt his hand last year, he could have, chilled or took a light touch. He went and took Harrison and so on and so forth, man. Just fought Mendoza. So, like, he's just in a situation where, you know, me personally, and I think a lot of other hardcores is like this. I just don't want to see him in the fight with Charlo or Crawford because I'd rather see them two fight first and let at least Crawford get, if he's going to go 154, get the three belts first and then fight Zoo. Um, or Crawford or Canelo for sure. So it's like I don't know, man.
But bruh,
It's just a one place, one time for Zoo, kind of like Boots in this. I think
why
once
though? Why? Like, why you want Crawford to fight Charlo? If you ruining that fight, give Charlo he could still fight Crawford by keeping his belts. It's perfect scenario's already set up. You changing it for no reason.
I mean that does make sense, but I don't. I just think if you were to ask the people, like, would you rather still see? Because with the what's that, the all access on
I don't want to
Showtime, and you
watch
see Bear
Crawford.
talking shit to Charlo.
I don't want to watch
You know,
Crawford
You
off
may
a
feel like it's
loss.
your time,
Why?
but it's not your time.
Why we giving Crawford an easy fight off a loss? He gonna have everything in his favor. The dude's struggling to come back down 2 weight classes. We don't know how he gonna look. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a loss, he mentally not there. Let Charlo get his life right. Let him go on vacation. Let him come back, handle his mandatory, feel good, defend your 3 belts, and then at the same time, Crawford gets a big fight with Zoo. That's a big fight. It's a big fight.
it is. It is. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know why I would rather see Crawford Charlo first before Zoo. Maybe like I said because of the all access and the shit talking and all that.
Yeah,
But
but that's what I'm saying.
you
Like
know,
we gonna fall for shit talking now. The motherfucker ain't talked the whole Canelo fight. We gonna believe his shit. Like that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I mean to each his own. But for me, I don't believe him. He need more people. Go get a fight. Show me you still a lion. Cause right now you're looking like a cub, and that's just the
you know what,
bottom
Ness?
line.
You know what, Ness? You know what, Ness? This is the first time I'm gonna say you right. You right. Nah, that's a better route for real, for real. Like, now see what I just did there? When I admit you was right, I admitted it. You know what I mean? Try that sometime, man. That's my call, man.
I mean, you still got to thank me. You only admitted it. You only seen the light because I brought it up, and you only seen the light because I gave you extra time. Had I cut your call when the bell ended, you would have never been able to show the world that you have growth and that you did change. What up, Majid?
Yo, what up, Ness? You can hear me?
I do, but I gotta send you to the
Yeah,
Phantom
man, that
Zone.
last call kind of funny. I'm trying to get you to say thank you and shit. All right, let's see. But everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. All right, so I guess the first part I go off is I feel like with this with fucking Zoo, like he should be able, like he deserved that Charlo fight, you know. But I know Charlo got that little IBF shit going on and everything, so you know that may hold it up a bit, and then like Charlo get acclimated to the class. But what I thought about is if if Zoo got all of those motherfucking fans over there in Australia, and he's saying that he want to fight in America, that mean that those people that's used to seeing him and going to the events and miss that shit, they gonna buy those pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the way I'm looking at this shit is ain't no cash king, you know, like when it shit going like at no weight class other than motherfucking what you got Canelo, you know, he got the whole Mexico plus some, like it's more than Mexican fans at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for Zoo, that's the bag. Like I don't even see how it's not the bag in no scenario for Zoo and Canelo. I would bet that it'll do more pay per view than Charlo last pay per view and shit. You know what I'm saying? So business wise, looking at that shit, like this nigga, man, if Canelo want to fight him in that 3-fight deal, he get to have somebody move up with a motherfucking following, you know, probably break his ass up and all that shit, you know. But I feel like that's a good option. And then the third one or whatever, motherfucking Crawford, you know, for that WBO. And then I guess at that point Crawford talking about he want that you know, that third class and undisputed and shit. So you know, Zoo with that belt would be an option. That's one belt out of the four. Then Charlo just got to figure out what he doing, and then boom, 2 fights undisputed. Said that's all you want, so there you go. Retire with 3 undisputeds if you could pull it off. So I feel like she is Zoo in a good spot, you know, and he could. I believe that he'll fuck around and possibly have everybody like oh shit and get that Canelo fight. Like I don't know why I'm feeling like, but I'm feeling like this shit might be his now, man. But that's all I got, yo.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, listen, Canelo seen the business that was in the Julio Cesar Chavez fight. You got to do business, man. You know, like Crawford's out here looking for big fights. This is a big fight. This is a big fight. It ain't the biggest, but it's one of the biggest. Counterpunch, Vega. What up?
So I mean, I said I would like the Crawford fight the most, and but you went ahead and say you don't like none of my fights. The problem I have is I don't know if Charlo and or Crawford are prioritizing Zoo, right? Crawford has the Errol Spence rematch still on the table. He has said he wanted, then said he didn't, and then it seems he probably still will look at the Charlo fight. And also Crawford wants the Canelo fight as well. You know, Charlo, we don't even know. He says he will, but we come on, man. Words can be empty, right? He says he'd come back down to 154, but we don't know for sure if he's going to do it. And I think if he's going to do it, he's going to want that Crawford smoke. So, and people keep talking about. Well, I mean, it's an actuality, right? He's been ordered till November 9th to come up with an agreement with his IBF mandatory. So that's why I'm providing other options, and which I think have some realistic opportunities to come to fruition. Liam Smith has fought a Canelo. He just had a big fight with Chris
Horrible
Eubank,
fight
back to
though,
back fights,
Alex.
right? Go ahead.
It's a horrible fight though. Like why bring a dude down that's not even known out here? Like, I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
no, 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 no. So you misinterpreted. It wasn't to bring it here. It was to go to the UK instead of doing it here. Like I know he said it's a T-Mobile, but that's an opportunity while other things get sorted out.
But
The
champ, y'all
UK is a
gotta
great market
you
for boxing.
guys, you guys, the boxing fans, you keep trying to make the UK some sort of market, and I get it. But if the fighters don't talk about it, y'all gotta let it go. Y'all can't make that the mecca of boxing if the fighters don't believe it. They want to fight in Las Vegas and New York. Don't nobody wake up in the morning and say, I want to fight in the UK. Like, y'all gotta stop pushing that shit. My man don't want to go to the UK. On his post fight, he told his fans, pack your shit, we going to Vegas. Vegas is Sin City. It's a fun location. You talking about going to wet fucking Gwynrich or Manchester. Man, get the fuck out of it with that wet, soggy shit. Don't nobody want to be over there. Nobody.
What do you mean? Oh, come on, man. Did you not just see the fight that happened in Manchester? KSI versus
No,
Tommy Fury?
no
People
one's
talk about how
interested.
crazy the atmosphere is. We seen fights also the Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. That was a crazy atmosphere. We've seen fights in London with AJ Tyson Fury, 67, 80,000 people out on the stadium. Not saying Zoo and Liam Smith will do that, but that's a great boxing atmosphere. And also, no one talked about Terence Bud Crawford himself. You want to talk about no one talks about things. Crawford with Canelo, but yet the people spoke it into existence, you included, and what started happening? All of a sudden, the outrageous idea turned into an actuality to where we have people,
Bro,
multiple different outlets speaking about a guy jumping up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds
bro,
to
that's
fight one of the
because
best fighters in
that
the world. So that's what can happen. You speak it, you believe it, you receive it, man. Shout out Deontay Wilder. That's how shit goes.
yeah, that's because that's actually a good fight. Liam Smith, no one cares, bro. Like, is it a good fight on paper? Like, is Liam gonna give Zoo a good fight? Yeah, as long as he could last. But you know he can't last. Like you are arguing for a fight that no one cares about.
But this is the thing, Ness. Once again, I'm going back to it. Charlo, Crawford, Canelo. Charlo and Canelo fought each other already. Crawford is willing to fight both of those guys,
I don't
and he has
even
an Errol Spence opportunity with the rematch. Tim Tszyu is not a priority to any of these guys, not one single one of them. So what I'm saying is, listen, there are other opportunities. Not everything's going to be a salivating fight. That's just not how the fight game goes because these are the top guys in and around his weight class. You know, what else am I going to say? Go up to 160, fight Adamas or Lada. Those aren't big opportunities as well. I mean, those aren't big fights, fight parties, as you put it. However,
you
why not
just
look at the
making the
opportunity?
wrong
Because these
you making
guys,
the wrong
you're just
suggestions.
not at their priority list. They're on top of his priority list, like you said, the 3 C's or triple C's. But you don't see them parading talking about Zoo. Charlo mispronounces his name all the time, Kazoo, because he doesn't show him the respect that obviously he has shown he deserves within that ring, fighting so frequently, fighting former champions, knocking out a guy that shouldn't be in the ring with him in one round, taking on a guy in his prime, a guy in his prime and beating him down like he's never been beat before. You know, Tim Tszyu, he deserves a big fight. I'm assuming that's the
That is the
stance you're
bell,
taking.
though,
I'm not
champ.
disagreeing, but once
You went over the bell by like 5 minutes. But listen, champ, he deserves a big fight and then proceeds to say Liam Smith. Champ, that's not a big fight. It's just not. I put some options out there. The three that Zoo had, and my fourth option is bring Triple G out of retirement. Those are the biggest fights for Zoo. He'd be wasting his time fighting Josh Kelly and Liam Smith. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Them are shit options. Like, you taking a dude from fighting big name American PBC fighters. Like, you can call PBC fighters shit, frauds, but they're the popular ones. So now you about to send him to the UK to fight Liam Smith. Like, that makes zero sense. Brandon, what up?
You know, for Zoo, if Zoo wants to be a legend or chase that thing with the to be a legend like some other fighters, he's gonna have to actually fight Crawford first, and then after Crawford, he's gonna have to fight Canelo. Um, for him to be a legend and get that respect that he needs, but Crawford, Crawford would probably win if I'm being straight up with you. Crawford would probably beat Tszyu. So I don't think Tszyu can do it, even though he's pretty good, and I gave him respect during his last fight. Crawford solidified himself as like a legendary status during after the Spence fight. So no matter the way you put it, he's literally basically Crawford's a legend right now, and Zoo trying to take that spot from him is going to be pretty difficult for him to actually do in real life. The thing is, though, Zoo, if he's chasing greatness, which a lot of fighters nowadays are trying to chase greatness.
All right. NFL. James Benitez,
You,
what up, champ?
I'm up. Yeah, you threw me off. It was like mid talking and shit. Then he just cut out.
Yeah.
But I want to answer that question you asked the dude earlier. Do Canelo know who Tim Tszyu is? Fuck no. Ain't no way you'll know who Tim Tszyu is. Most of the public just found out who Tim Tszyu was, what, early this year, late last year?
Yeah,
Like,
I disagree solely based off son of a legend. Canelo is a student of the game. So is his trainers. There's no way they don't know Costa Tszyu, let alone his son that's ripping. Like right now, Arturo Gotti's son is like an internet sensation. Everybody's posting his amateur fights. His amateur fights got walkouts. It's impossible for you not to know a son of a legend. It's impossible. Do you not know Shane Jr.?
yeah, I know Shane Mosley Jr.,
You know
but
and you know Tim Tszyu, and you know Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know every son of every fighter, let alone legend. You know that. And if you know it, Canelo knows it.
me personally, I just found out about Tim Tszyu. I didn't know who his father was. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Really?
But that's just me. Yeah, that's just me.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
only 25, been in boxing for about like 5 years, something like that, maybe 7.
Okay, I didn't know you was
But,
25. Okay.
but you feel me? But my whole thing, I think Tim Tszyu, his next fight, I'm first thing first, I'm standing on what I said. Crawford's next fight gonna be at Boots, 147. You feel me? I already told you that. But yo, Tim Tszyu next fight, give him Earl, Mr. No Turn Ups. Let him get straight in there in
Hell
154.
no. Hell no. Earl
Why
do not,
not?
because Earl do not deserve a title shot off of fucking destruction. That's everything wrong with boxing. Fuck no. He get to the back of the line. Or at least halfway of the line in the next division. You can't just jump
It's
to the
about
front.
what sells, baby. Ain't about the mandatory right now. These negotiations, who gonna make more money, Lubin or Spence?
I like that fight, him and Lubin. Shows what you got.
Nah, that ain't gonna put the seats in the arena though. That's you know that. Come on, like
Lubin willing to go to Dallas. Hometown fight, non-title. You still the A-side. Back at Jerry's World. Sledge and Jack and Sledge show up. You feel me? Man down, strap season. Let's go. Yeah. I like that. He don't deserve no title shot. You tripping.
man,
You can't
I
get your
don't know. I
ass
like
beat like that and get a title shot, bro. That's not fair.
chill on my boy, man. Chill on my boy. But I think that's what's the name. His best shot. Cause if look at it like this, say Tim Tszyu fight Earl, Boots fight Crawford. Jermell take care of his mandatory. Then Mel and Tim Tszyu can come in.
You may
Boom.
feel like it's your
Crawford
time,
gonna come up.
but it's
But
your
that's all
Hey,
my
time.
time though.
I love it because I love Crawford boots. Like, if Crawford be on some shit like, man, I'm this generation Superman. I'm fucking fighting who y'all think I want. I'd be happy. I just don't think it would be fair for Earl to get a fight with Zoo for a title shot. Like, that's a big fight off of laws. That shit would make 0 sense.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's good? What's good, my nigga,
What
man?
up, Fats?
If I go over, what's up, bro? If I go over, just build me. Just build me. NFL, he sound like he from my city too, man. Shout out to yo, man. Shout out to yo. But Zoo will smoke Earl. That I wouldn't even do that. Zoo will smoke him right now. We don't even know if he the same after that. We don't even know if he even you know how people when you get beat like that and shit, like we don't even know if his reflex is even the same. Like when he see them punches coming, like what he gonna do? And them shits hurt. You know what I mean? What I call him, that's the can man. That's the can man. I'm telling you. Everybody at 154, not named Crawford, Zoo beating him. He beating him. I don't see nobody beating. Matter of fact, I like that video I saw you play on Instagram with the Michael Myers music.
Yeah.
That's my favorite killer right there. That's his new name, Zoo Myers. Zoo Myers. He be walking shit down. You get what I'm saying? He walks shit down, bro. Like I like his style, but I want him to use that jab a little bit more. But I don't think. I mean, maybe he just feel like ain't nobody bring that out of him. He had to use it like that for real. But It's like I don't think he liked that punch. He just straight walked you down with hooks and uppercuts. I fuck with you, but I think honestly, unless Crawford activate his mandatory, I don't see why. Like if I'm Tszyu, of course he gonna be chasing greatness. He trying to chase the undisputed because he been chasing that for a minute. So I don't think Crawford is like a man like a high priority fight to him right now. Like Crawford would have to press that issue and fight him because I don't know for whatever reason. I think Jermell gonna take the tune-up fight against the dude, the IBF mandatory. I think he gonna take that. What you think, man?
Crawford going to take the IBF mandatory, meaning fight?
No, Jermell gonna take the mandatory against the dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I would see Tszyu trying to wait out for him, but Crawford gonna have to press the issue. He got a good relationship with the WBO. He should press that issue and make them mandate that fight between him and Tszyu because I don't see Tszyu just giving him that fight just
They
cause.
did.
Like
The WBO said Crawford's the mandatory. They named it on Thursday.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Damn. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Crawford got to press that issue to get in that mix. He should press that issue to get in that mix. But Tszyu, anybody not named Crawford at 154, Tszyu fucking him up. I think it'll be a good fight between him and Lubin as well. You get what I'm saying? But I think he'll beat Lubin. I think he'll beat Lubin too. And I want to talk about the shit from earlier. Just build me. I want to talk about the shit from earlier. Look, Regis, we don't want to hear none of that sissy shit, bro. Look, check this out. Even if he did pay to get it off, it's the money that makes shit get ugly. It's the money that make wanna slug me. You know what I mean? What 50 say? Power of the dollar, baby. And look. If you had the bread, I'm sure you would do it too, nigga. You get what I'm saying? But but on a real tip, if they did pay to get that shit off of there, I think that is kind of crazy because, like, what you trying to hide for? Like, I don't really get that, but ain't nobody worried about that. Regis. Regis worried about the wrong shit right now. You need to be worried about how you going to game plan to stop that motherfucking stick. That's just it, all it is to it, bro. You got to figure out how you going to stop the stick because that motherfucker's going to be in your face all night. And I like the matchup. It's still a 50-50 fight. You get what I'm saying? I like how Devin Haney, stylistically, he getting ready for them Tank fights and them Shakur fights. You get what I'm saying? Like he facing this big puncher in Regis. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he hit like Tank or he Tank, but that get him more comfortable getting in there with a motherfucker that's like that. Now Regis don't got no skills like Tank. That's the only thing. Regis don't got the skills like Tank as far as the IQ and shit. I don't see that, but his style, that lean back style, I just think that's all wrong for Devin Haney. But Haney gotta show his grit though, man. He gotta show his grit. He gonna have to bite down in this fight because I don't see Regis just folding up and just quitting. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't see that. That's a grown ass man. But you shouldn't be around here lying though, bruh. Don't be lying on dudes 10 years younger than you and shit. They ain't a good look. You seem like you hating, OG. Like you hating. Dude trying to come up there to get his belt. He want his time to shine. We don't want to hear none of that. You feel me? December 9th, baby. Appreciate it.
All right. I was watching some of the Regis interview today. He dropped an interview with Cigar Talk. Pisses me off. I ain't gonna front. Pisses me off everybody sitting down with this dude. I don't even know who this dude is. He's sitting here talking to everybody in boxing. And this is what I'm saying, man. They got the wrong motherfuckers interviewing these dudes. He sits there and he tells him Devin is manufactured. So the dude asks him, but why you think that? Devin manufactured and I got it out the mud because Devin got money and I didn't. Devin got paid for his fights. I fought for free. Devin was going to school in a Bentley. I ain't have a car. That's not called getting it out the mud. Like, that's not called getting it out the mud just because you was broke. Like, bruh, Devin having money don't got nothing to do with coming up in the ranks.
You may feel like it's your time.
And Devin is the definition of coming out the mud. Going to Mexico, fighting in Atlanta, that's coming out the mud. What the fuck is we talking about? Those club shows is coming out the mud. Like, what are we talking about? We want to change the definition of shit for our favorite fighter. Like, we just got to get the fuck out of here. And that's the problem. They letting these motherfuckers sit down with the wrong people. What do you mean? He manufactured because his dad got money. Somebody call in and help me understand that, because I don't get it. I don't get it, because boxing is the only sport where money don't matter. And neither does motherfucking your father. He can't get in there and fight for you. His dad cannot get in there and fight for you. So what exactly does Regis is he talking about? Like, how did you get it out the mud but not Devin? Devin went to Mexico. That ain't the mud. Devin got fights in Atlanta in the Fight Club. That ain't the mud now? Okay. Counterpunch. But we just gonna let motherfuckers say whatever we want. That's the problem. But it's okay. I'm gonna be here. And we gonna get that 1 million subscribers and put all these motherfuckers in a hot seat.
I mean, Devin went to Mexico and Regis went to Gretna, Louisiana. I'm just saying,
Exactly.
man,
It's the same shit. It's the same shit. We both built up our record early. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he ain't get it out the mud. Like, he literally told the dude from Cigar Talk, he ain't get it out the mud because he had good management.
Come on,
bro. So you he the one chose to sign to some motherfucking actor, right?
Ain't my fault. That's his choice. Yeah, we talk about Boo Boo doing that shit all the time.
Exactly. These dudes want to point the finger for their mistakes. You made that decision to believe in some movie star.
What's the movie star? Was it what? Michael J. White or some shit?
I don't know the
Or
white
which movie
dude.
star?
The white dude that looked like a fake Michael Mark Wahlberg. He's a director. That dude. You know, I don't know his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, it is what it is, man. You know, that's nervous energy, man. He's out there spewing on that couch on Cigar Talk. You know why those people won't just be chopping up with you, Ness? Because you speak the truth, man. Because you ain't gonna coddle them. You ain't gonna say what the fuck they want to hear.
Richardson Hitchens got cooked. That dude with the dreads cooked him. And that's what they afraid of. They afraid of motherfuckers like that saying the truth. Because that video going viral. Because the truth always gonna spread faster than a lie.
That's a fact. Damn, man. It is what it is. See, when you went on that rant right there, you fucked me up on my whole call, man. I was just gonna come at Vega with the damn Leah Smith reference, man.
I can't believe Vega on that shit.
He did that. I like, bro, man. Like he is wilding, man.
That's like
what?
Boxer. They just announced that their first U.S. show going to be Dan Aziz and Buatsi. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. These motherfuckers is, yo, I swear to God, bro, they giving the wrong people the money. Like, how is that a fight for America?
And NBC going to keep that contract more than a year?
Man,
or even more
stupid,
than
man.
a quarter?
I don't know. I don't understand who these consultants is that these corporations is hiring to tell them, yeah, let's fuck with Ben Shalom and his weak ass stable. Like, what the fuck is we doing, man? Boxing's so stupid and fragmented.
It is stupid, man. It is stupid. Let me ask you, man. I got some fighters, man, that I probably would rather see in the ring over Liam Smith, man. I just want to see if you agree or not. You rather see Tszyu versus Mosley?
What? Which Mosley? Jr.?
Hey, man. I'm just throwing out bullshit because, you know, Vegas, just because Vegas got a good microphone, he think he can say whatever he wants, man. So I'm just throwing shit out there, man. You know? So, all right, man. We got Mosley Jr. Then we got Chavez Jr. Then you got Dennis Hogan. I'm just saying, man. Stop me, man. Stop me. You know, I'm
gonna stop you when you say a good fight.
Oh man, only good fight, man. I would want to see Tim Tszyu in, man. Besides the names he had on the shirt, be Charles Conwell because he's in position. It'll probably be a decent test, and if that doesn't work, the only fight he can get to come over to Australia that probably would come out of retirement would be Triple G. That was a good name to put on the poll. You know, I mean, Triple G probably was still looking at it as a winnable fight. Definitely going to make him move up the weight for that fight, and Australia definitely will fund that fight. With that being said, man, That would be something that I would do if I was Tim Tszyu's team. It'll be Conwell or Triple G if Bud or Jermell take too long or whatever. Other than that, man, Spence don't need to even be thinking about getting any of the names we talked about on today's show. Spence needs to. I think even Lupin might be too dangerous of a test for him, man. Maybe Fundor at most for Spence when it comes to elite fighters, man. Other than that, Ness, man, let's keep the show rolling. Hey, shout out to Vega, man. Hey, Vega, man, you the homie, man. But yo, man, you wilding with that bullshit though.
He said to tell you that Dennis Hogan fought Tszyu already. But that's okay because there was someone else talking about he should fight Harrison again. I'm like, wow. Like, they just offering Tszyu anything right now. It's like, yeah, fight Harrison. Nah, let him fight Earl. It's like, bro, y'all wilding. You know what I'm saying? Let him get a real fight. King Born, what up?
Hey, yo, man, live chat, get ready, man. Power chat, get ready, man. Yo, Ness, man. Yo, Benitez, yo, Vega. Y'all got this whole shit wrong. First of all, if he can't get Charlo, right? I don't think Charlo don't want that smoke with him right now. Charlo gotta get his mind together. Gotta get his reps together. He gotta get reacclimated going down to 154. Charlo feeling the high right now because he got like 10, 12 million. So is he hungry or thirsty? Not at this time. The fight to make, yo, Tim Tszyu is the big man in Australia, right? He has to go to UK, get a Chris Eubank fight. He see, this is what y'all not understand with boxing thing, right? You could be nice.
You can't fight
but
Eubank.
boxing
Eubank already announced his fight with Conor Ben.
at 154 or 147.
Well, it used to be a catchweight at like 56 or some shit like that, 57.
So you know what? You know what I would do if I'm Tim Tszyu? Wait to see if Errol's okay. We know Errol and Bud fighting in January, February next year, right? If I'm Tim Tszyu, I got that belt. I got something. If I could get a big money fight with Bud, or I could just lay low, wait till Charlo figure out if he want to fight me, because that's the only way he got to go. Y'all talking about Charles Conwell. Come on, man. Listen, Tim Tszyu got better and better and better. Now, if you want to give him like an interim fight, whatever. Now, just read this Prograis thing, right? First of all, I don't know a lot of brothers going to go down to Mexico. Mexico, you a boxer, and you going out there, you ain't Mexican with them underground fights that Devin Haney was doing. He had to be good or somewhat good because he didn't lose. You know what I mean? So Regis doing Gretna. Everybody been to Gretna, Louisiana as fellow truck drivers, OTR. Ain't nothing going on in Gretna, Louisiana. You know that. So why are you going to discredit this man because he went to Mexico because his dad had money? Yo, if he wasn't nice, he would have lost in Mexico. A lot of dudes go to Mexico and lose. You know what I mean? Let's be real, Ness. Let's be real, live chat. We know what's going on here. First of all, Ness, you're going to have to get your platform out there more, some way, somehow, because a lot of these dudes don't know about boxing. You know, I call you the cat in the hat. I call you a boxing historian from 2000 and up. You know, I give you that credit, Ness. But right now, man, now y'all talking about Triple G. Triple G 160 gonna go down to 154 to be fooled for Tim Tszyu.
No.
Tim Tszyu ain't Tim Tszyu. No, but listen though,
Tim
Ness.
Tszyu
Tim Tszyu
moving
ain't
up for that
generating no
fight.
money
Tim Tszyu got to
beside
move up for
Australia.
that fight, bro. Tim Tszyu got to move up for that fight. You tripping right now.
But for what though? Tim Tszyu
For the name.
Tim Tszyu
For the
talking about
name.
he tired of Australia. He tired. He gonna either. It's the only way. If he wanted, first of all, in America, he got to come to America. They got to set him up with something. Why don't you get Tim Tszyu versus Thurman at 154? Nobody thought about that. Why don't you get Tim Tszyu at you know what I'm saying? Swift.
They calling
Go
you a
to
casual,
Philly.
man. They calling you a casual, man.
Nah, I ain't no damn cash. I'm keeping it real because y'all thinking it's pie in the sky shit. Like if Charlo want to fight him and he gotta get his thing up, come on, Australia, America's bigger than Australia. Come on, man, get your mind right, yo. Don't act stupid here. Y'all know y'all talking to. That's why I said Thurman don't got no fight. If he take
You may
Thurman
feel like
out,
it's your time,
that's something. That's a
but it's
notch.
not your time.
Bruh, you giving him a welterweight. Like, dude's already a punching junior middleweight. You like, yeah, let him fight a welterweight. You see, I'm being fair, like, oh, move up to 60, fight an older Triple G. You feel me? Like, you want to bring somebody up to feed him to a puncher. Like, what the fuck? Counterpunch, copy cool.
What's going on, champ?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I think you said it best, man. The only thing that makes sense, bro, is you kind of beat me to the punch. But was that for I feel like Crawford come up fight Zoo for that WBO. That'll kind of force Jermell Charlo come down. They've been throwing Liam Smith name out. The only person that I feel Liam Smith makes sense for is for Jermell Charlo to come down and fight him for a tune-up, just to reacclimate at 54. You know, that makes sense to me. Um, I don't think that he already fought Lubin, if I'm not mistaken, or was that the other brother that fought Lubin?
What do you mean the other brother? Nah, Zoo ain't fight Lubin.
No. I'm saying Charlo.
Yes, Jermell fought
So
Lubin.
that yeah, so they already fought Charlo. I mean, yeah, so he could fight. He could come down, he could come back down to Lubin and get the rematch if he wants to. But I feel like he needs somebody that's not really packing a punch. That's just kind of reacclimate himself to 54, which would be perfect for him. Would be Liam Smith. But and then we're obviously we're going to pick Charlo. That'll kind of force that fight, that 54 fight between if Crawford is successful in that fight with Tim Tszyu, that'll kind of force that fight. The Charlo versus Crawford, and we could get that undisputed fight between them two. That's the build up, right? That's the perfect fight to make. In that scenario, if everything goes well, Bud already has Australian fans. Didn't he go
Yep.
did he fight in Vegas or
Nah,
for Horn?
he fought Horn in his hometown. In in
Okay, so
in
yeah,
in
so
in in, in Crawford's hometown.
exactly. So I mean, so he already got here. The Australians already know Bud from fighting Horn. So it's not like they haven't seen him before. So he already got a fan base over there, or they know of him, right? So that's the perfect fight to make. Uh, as far as Spence, again, Spence need to chill out. If he's gonna make a fight coming back, I could see him fighting like maybe a Ramos. I don't want him anywhere near Fundora. Fundora is just awkward, big, long. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna beat the shit. He's a bad mix for anybody, right? Although Mendoza cracked that code, but I just can't see Spence fighting somebody like that right now. I could see him fighting somebody like Ramos. Is a good fight for him, or again, somebody that's not so hard, punching. Fight one of them new kids coming up, like a Melanecki or what's the other kid? Fuck, what's his name? Uh, the fucking wide receiver name. What's his name?
You know I don't know
Metcalf. Metcalf.
football.
Metcalf. That kid Metcalf. Fight something light. Come back after that ass whooping from Bud.
You may
Uh,
feel like it's your time,
but yeah, man,
but
that,
it's
that
not
you
your
you made
time.
the perfect scenario with that shit as far as Zoo fighting fucking Crawford, and then them fighting for undisputed Charlo and him.
All right, champ. We got Fats. I see you sent the counter. I guess that's an old one. Tyron, what up?
Yo, what's good, Nurse?
What up?
Shouts out TBV, man. Once again, the best out. Hope everyone tuned in, blessed, man, having a good day. Yeah. I just saw an interview with Bomac, and he was discussing, how everything was going and the potential rematch with Spence. That's still up in the air. And then the guy asked him about, possibly, the Canelo matchup. And his reply was he was told or heard that Canelo already has the opponents already lined up. So he basically you probably have to wait until that deal is over to possibly get a shot at Canelo. I don't know which two opponents left that is supposed to be, but I got an idea. So that leaves Bud to what? I'll say, fight Boots. Yeah, you can go up and fight Tim Tszyu, but do you really want to fight Tim Tszyu? And then it's like Tim Tszyu wants to be undisputed, but it's like Charlo, he's going to be out for a while. So it's like, okay, what's next? So at this point, I just think, I like to going up at 160. Got named Triple G, just something to stay active. But I just think right now, Tim, I wouldn't say in a tough spot, but it's kind of like it's in a tough spot because you got Bud that wants Canelo. He wants to go at 60. I don't think Tim Tszyu really intrigue him that much. And as far as Charlo, I don't even know if you want to fight Charlo, especially after, what happened with Canelo. And then we don't know if Charlo gonna come down to 154. We don't know if he's gonna go to 160. Then Maul might just jump up 168. So that whole field is definitely up in the air. So we really don't know. As far as the opponents, I can see, and that's the thing, I can see, okay, let me ask you this. Do you see Boots going up to 154 and possibly fighting Tim if Crawford don't want that fight?
Nah.
Okay. So I
I
like
just don't
Sandor.
I don't think his father's gonna let him jump up to be a champ at 54. Cause
Yeah.
hypothetically assuming they believe they could beat Tszyu, now you a champ. Now you gotta defend. Now you lost your whole opportunity at being 2 division champ.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, damn, you got pieces that's kind of, I won't say holding up, but kind of holding up. You know what I
You
mean?
may feel like
But
it's your time,
I mean,
but
we'll
it's
just
not
have
your
to
time.
see it and plan out. But Tim, I feel like he's just in a tough spot at the moment. But just keep him busy, man. I like him, man. He's one of the rarest true champions we got in the sport today. But that's just my call, champ. Just wanted to shoot that out there. But I appreciate your call, man. Shouts out TBV. Everyone stay blessed.
Likewise, brother. Appreciate you. Let me get to some of these super chats here. I got Matt Bent, $102. He says, Daily dose of Tanquil. Nobody beats Charlo at 54, excuse me. 1.5 milliliters for Tim and Bud. Whoa. Tyrone the Great, $5 says, Bud beat Charlo. Spence beat Timmy. Rematch 154 for Undisputed's role reverse. I guess that's the way to do it because, Charlo's not going to fight Earl, but I don't like Earl getting a title shot off a loss. Someone brought up Jose Benavidez Jr. getting a title shot. It's not been made clear. And from the latest interview, Jose Sr., it looks like this is a 163 catchweight. So I don't know that the belt is on the line. Keep it moving, $2. Damn, only 2,000 and up? Where the conference at, Danny? Yeah, it's not today. It's tomorrow, the conference. C-Dub, what up?
Yo, hard audio.
Straight.
That's what's up. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself. Okay, Tim Tszyu. I know why my man's Vega brought up Liam Smith. Come on, man. We don't want tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. We're not unrealistic like that. We haven't got that unrealistic, have we, Ness? We can't get tough fight after tough fight. The man, so he deserves a giving. Is if anybody deserves one, it's Tszyu. Until he gets the Crawford fight, we got to see. He got to wait and see what Crawford and Spence going to do. He has to wait and see. I mean, you don't want to be rested for Jermell. If Jermell want to take a year or a little time, a little vacation, enjoy some of that Canelo money. So get you somebody in the WBO rankings. My man said that just fought this weekend. He had a nice little knockout. Give him a shot. If you're hardcore, you know who I'm talking about. Looking at he in the WBO rankings, man. He fought, you know, he had a good knockout. So I would do something like that. I would somebody. I wouldn't risk my spot. I wouldn't risk my position. You've earned it. You've beat what he just beat a guy that was highly ranked, and everybody wants to fight him. I mean, everybody would like to fight him because he has a market in Australia. So he's a name with the name of the past, and he's making noise himself. So I would definitely wait and get a give me at this point, you know. But so you don't agree with that, Nis?
A gimme. A gimme. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't. Listen, Earl Spence said no tune-ups. Zoo's been living his life like that. The in the last few fights, Zoo's softest opponent is Ocampos. Like, you know,
Okay, yeah. I see. I just forgot about that. It was one round. I had forgot about him.
so I'm
So
just
yeah,
looking at it
maybe
like he don't do that. He like Earl. He likes names.
got you. So, oh man. So you would want him to fight a Lubin? Does should That's
Yeah.
what you would want?
Yeah, I want a name, bro. Listen, you can't fight in the T-Mobile Arena versus Liam Smith and whoever the fuck you talking about, Spooner. Like, you sound crazy.
There's him. Well, Liam Smith.
But that's what I'm
Liam Smith
saying.
is,
Y'all can't get in the T-Mobile Arena. Like,
okay. So he specifically said the next fight is going to be in the T-Mobile Arena.
he
Well,
said
it
Las
has to.
Vegas. His dream is like
Las,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all trying to take him to the Fight Club in Atlanta. My man want to fight in Las Vegas. He trying to make a name for himself. He trying to bring his peoples. He said, pack your bags. We going to Vegas." So it's like somebody told him something. He not activating
okay.
his audience for no reason.
If he going to Vegas, then it has to be Charlo, at the least Fundora, at the least. But it has to be Charlo. Josh Kelly, no. Like my man's Benitez, PNB, nah, PNB, nah, he gotta work his way up a little more.
Xander
Uh,
Zayas ducking. I'm gonna be real. They gonna take Xander out the WBO. There's no way
yeah,
they go.
Zayas,
There's no way he
he's
fighting
not
Tim
ready.
Tszyu.
He's not ready. He's definitely not ready. So yeah, it has to be. So if he's getting activated his audience, he want to be in Vegas next fight. He want to keep it on the fast track. We're just trying to get him to Jermell Charlo or Bud.
We don't
Hasn't he
know. We
deserved
don't
it?
know what's up with Jermell. Jermell got to show us he's still fighting. Can he come back down all them divisions, all that weight, or like you said, is he out partying, spending that Canelo money? Did he did
He
he
got to do
buy a new
something.
Lambo or something? Did he too busy driving? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Zoo trying to fight. Zoo stay active. He don't sit around for nobody. Last time
That's
Charlo
right.
got sick, Zoo got out there fighting.
That's right. You got Dennis Hogan. That's a name, but he already fought Dennis Hogan. So yeah, it's
Damn,
not.
homie fight every 3 months. That's a fact.
It's slim pickings. It's
Every
slim
three,
pickings if you want to
sometimes
keep
4 months. Wow.
the names going. It's slim pickings.
No, it
But
ain't. Y'all
what
just
is
don't want the names. There's plenty of names there.
do Lubin want that fight?
What? Why
Lubin
wouldn't
said he
Lubin?
don't. Lubin said he only wants 12 fights moving forward. So
Why would Lubin not want a title shot, brother?
that'll be great. That'll be great then. So hey, let's see Lubin and Tim Tszyu. That's a fight that we need to see then. If that's what they both asking for. They both on PBC, the place to be. And
They
yeah,
saying that Zeus said March. He looking at March.
looking at March.
So he want a
Yeah,
long vacation because that's a lot of months off. If he talking about March, that's like almost 6 months off.
right. He really the ticket, man. To me, he's really he got an entire market behind him in Australia. He talking the talk, he walking the walk. He looking like Nello out there. Then he called out Nello. That's so funny to me. That's hilarious. But hey,
I mean,
shoot your shot.
everybody calling out Nello these days, and if somebody who people want us you to fight like
You may feel like it's your
Crawford is
time,
calling out Canelo, you might as well call
but
him
it's
out
not your
too.
time.
Right,
General
man.
Camino.
Yo, Ness, what's up?
Yep.
Coolin', man. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I like Erickson Lubin for Tim Zua for his next fight. Either that, or I think he gotta go like the Xander Zayas route.
You
Granted, they're not
crazy.
gonna give him
You
Xander.
crazy.
Yeah, they're
Top
not
Rank
gonna
ain't
give him
letting
him.
that shit happen.
Oh, I love it though, man. Come on, bro.
No
I'd
way
love
Top
that.
Rank
That'd be
puts him in
great.
there. No way. He never fought a
Yeah, I
world.
know.
He never fought a world champ. Former nothing. Like there's no way he goes in with Zoo. Zoo's a puncher with experience on a high level. He beat all those names on a high level. Xander's a kid. He's a kid.
Oh
What he
yeah, I know.
19?
It's a wish, bro. It's a wish, man. You know, I wanna see the kid get right. You feel me? But I wouldn't even mind that in New York. I'll be honest with you. They could do that in at the MSG in the big room or the little room.
If
But
they
you know,
serve up
that's a
Xander to Zoo, that's gonna be bananas.
yeah, that would be crazy. But outside of that, I do the Erickson Lubin fight. That's a good fight right there. I mean, Lubin said in his last fight after he beat Ramos that he's not no gatekeeper, so I'm sure he's ready for a title shot. But yeah, it's tough, bro. It's slim pickings with these big fights, especially at 154. I mean, this time last year, we were saying Ramos and Fondora, and they both lost. So it was crazy to see it, man. There's a lot of parity in boxing. It's nice to see sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I thought those two dudes was gonna be the next undefeated dudes at 54 to stay there for a while, but things happen differently. So we'll see. Personally, I'm still in the boat. I think Zoo can beat Charlo. As soon as they get that fight lined up, I'm putting all my money on Zoo. I'll be honest with you. I'm ready for that one. But outside of that, man, I should be good. Thanks for taking my call. Y'all have a good night.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. Brandon, Cincinnati.
Yo, Ness, how's my audio, my man?
Straight.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What we talking? What's next for Timmy Zoo?
Yeah, his hit list is Crawford. I mean, in the order: Charlo, Crawford, Canelo.
That's a gauntlet. Goddamn. Um, he's definitely got the financial backing for it in Australia. It, when you putting the money behind Tim like they putting it behind him, you can't really put him in there with too many soft touches. You want to get your ROI, and you only can do that with big names. So if he could pull it off, he's a bad man. But shit, he fight them 3 fights. What'd he do after that? He fuck around, just retire. Shit. I don't know. That's tough. But I've been hearing people saying Xander, you took the words out of my mouth. Like Xander, like what, 21, 22? He's a fucking kid, man. You don't put him in there with this type of heat already and shit. Like what people thinking about? They trying to fast track him on some Fernando Vargas on like times 10 type shit. Like you might as well take him out the mix. If you want to give Tim Tszyu a tune-up fight or a stay busy fight or like a little homecoming or something, Castano's the fight. Castano, former champ, and it's gonna be an action-packed fight from a matchup standpoint. Castano coming, he ain't going backwards. Tim Tszyu ain't taking a step backwards. That'll be like a fucking action-packed slugfest. So if you want to give him a softer touch, and Castano ain't no soft touch by any means, but if you want to give him a fight that ain't one of the three you name, I'd say Brian Castano would be a good name for him to stay busy.
That's
And it'll be,
crazy.
like I said, a good fight.
Bro, Brian Castano is not in any top 15 rankings. How can they do that to that guy?
Because he's probably ain't fought in over a year since the loss. So you know they're gonna
Lord, that's
well shit.
crazy.
I can't say yeah. But that's the fight. But man, I would love to see the Bud fight. But if he wanna wait on Bud, like I said, Castano would be good. My Ohio bias would love to see Charles Conwell get a shot. No, Tim Tszyu's the real deal. Conwell's a killer. Literally a killer. So, I'd love to see Charles Conwell get a look. Yeah, like I think Castano would definitely be the fight if I'm gonna give him a stay busy. Like I said, from a matchup standpoint, that'll be a great fucking fight.
Word.
Trying to think who else at 54. Adamas at 60 now. I was about to say Adamas, but that motherfucker's at 60. That would have been a good fight. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. Like I said, if you want to go for all the big names, no touch ups, that's on him. Like I say, he don't look like he ducking no fades. And that's why I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan of him. But yeah, no Xander, man. Xander ain't ready for that. Just from a
That's the bell, champ. Average boxing fan.
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yep.
What's up? I liked Charles Conwell. That someone earlier said that's one guy. He's young. He's undefeated. He's a killer. It'll be a nice name on Sue's record if he beats him. Uh, what's up with Danny Garcia, bro? Is he
What?
really locked in with Lara? Cause I mean, I would like to see fucking Sue with Danny in New York. Cause
Yeah, I
I
don't think
think
Danny's
that
taking that shot.
that fight versus Lara's not even at 60. It's at a catch with a 55 or 56, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think Danny's taking that fight with Zoo, brother.
That
Danny's
would be a
going.
nice fight, though.
Danny's going after a 40-something-year-old Laura. He's not trying to fight a
He's
young
not trying to get
punching
that
Zoo.
smoke. Yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying Errol Spence. I don't want to see Spence get done like what's his name got done by Barrios, bro.
Tank.
Ugas. I don't want to see him come back and look like that. Lubin is another name that's I think would be a nice little soft touch for Zoo. Cause the dude's been fighting killers all the time, bro. Looks like he ain't ducking no damn smoke or taking any damn breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to see the whole fight, but I did go watch some highlights, bro. And it looks like the motherfucker's been improving every damn fight.
Zoo.
Yes, Zoo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. Other than that, I mean, outside of Bud and Canelo, I don't think he can beat both those guys. Canelo is a fucking reach, a big reach. But if the money's there, how you say this fucking boxing thing is a business.
It sure is. Before anything.
I mean, other than that, I don't know what's up with Charlo. I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon, how long of a break he's gonna take. I mean, there ain't many other names we can throw out there for him besides the ones I named and a couple of the other ones the other callers had said.
Word.
Fuck it, give him Keith Thurman. Everybody's throwing out names. Make Keith Thurman go to 54 and give him Tim Tszyu.
Hell no. Why are we serving up Keith Thurman?
Hey, bro, someone's got to take out all these fucking old heads that are just fighting once a year or once every 2 years, bro.
Word.
Yeah, that's all I got for right now, dog.
All right. They sent me this video of KSI and his antics during the fight, but it's not funny. I'm gonna show it, but it's not funny. Remember, I said it's not funny.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your
I
time.
like showing funny shit. This like pretty lame, but I'll show it nonetheless. Guess we don't need the music. So they showing KSI doing the funny fight, and then the Grinch, and they're like, "Oh, this is where that's from," but it's not. I don't get it. Like, oh, this reminds me of something. Then they put the Grinch. I don't know. If you think it's funny, let me know. I didn't. Who we got here? T Lane, what up? Superstar AT $2 super chat says Spence versus Ramos doesn't sound bad. It actually doesn't. I like that fight. Spence versus Ramos. I like that fight. Who else is not off a loss, man? Because even Fondora's off the loss. My man Zoo already beat Fondora, Brian Mendoza, Harrison, Gachet. There's only a few names left. T-Lane, you there?
Yeah.
What
Can you
up?
hear me?
Yep.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, man. I just got a couple things to say. Everybody putting Jermell down like he can't box anymore just because he didn't he didn't get a chance to do well against the number one fighter in the world right now. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I think Jermell, that'd be a great fight against him and Tim Tszyu. Somebody else just said put Castano in there with him. I like that fight too. I mean, that'll be to see how he matches up against somebody. Jermell had to fight twice in order to get that belt off of him too. So him, or even the other guy that Mel knocked out in the first round, Lubin. I think that's a good fight too. But I think they need to put some respect on Mel's name, man. I mean, that was one fight. You understand what I'm saying? And not just anybody. That was the number one fighter in the world, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he pound for pound the best? I mean, come on, man. And people act like the guy just ran. It was not. It was. I think he was in there boxing. He just couldn't get it. He couldn't get it off. Canelo was just better. He mirrored everything Mel was doing. Mel would go down low. Canelo would do the same with him. I mean, he just couldn't get the shot off, bro. I mean, and people act like he fought different than he normally fights. He always backs himself up, backing up into the ropes and doing things like that, looking for a good counter shot that he can hurt somebody with. He's usually down in the rounds, and he hurts someone and then he finishes them off. I didn't see anything wrong with the way he was fighting in there. I mean, or different than how he would normally fight. Plus, he's fighting a guy that was obviously bigger than him in that fight. I mean, I don't know what people were expecting. I think that's what it is. They had high expectations, of Mel going out with his shield or something. I mean, it's just pretty stupid to me. But yeah, man, I'd like to see him fight Mel, Lubin, or Castano. Either one of them guys, I think, is a good fight for him right now.
I'm liking a Castano recommendation, man. Shout out to Brandon in Cincinnati. That's probably the best style matchup. Is gonna certainly show us something in Zoo, and everyone else. They've either lost to someone or coming off a loss. It just I like Lubin option though. If they want to give Lubin a title shot, I like that option.
Yeah, I like that. Castano number one, Lubin. Well, Charlo number one, Castano, then Lubin. Whichever in that order is how I would say my 1 through 3 or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that. I like either one of those. I think all those are pretty good. The Lubin is the only one I would say he probably looks like Mendoza in that fight to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna probably have his hands in his pocket a lot. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I give him a chance, a puncher's chance for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But I just know that he's he's gonna be concerned about his chin. You know, that's how Lubin's gonna be. He's gonna be concerned about getting hurt.
I mean,
So
if you look at his last fight, he boxed well, right? So maybe he just
yeah,
goes that route again.
right.
You may feel like it's your time,
All right, man. Peace.
but it's not your
Peace.
time.
Burrow City E.
Yeah.
What up?
And it's crazy, right? Because, like, who brought last call just took exactly what I was going to say, man. Like, it's got to be Castano. Like, I love that fight, man. You can imagine the fireworks. And, I might get, if I run over, I'm a billion, man. But, that like, I got to be real. I didn't see Tszyu and Charlo being a close fight at first. But Charlo giving Tszyu the mistake of building more and more confidence and getting more and more comfortable in that ring. I saw Tszyu doing shit for the first time I ain't never seen him do. Tszyu usually just walks straight down throwing bolos, man. This time here, I'm looking at him. He taking a half a step in. He taking 2 steps in, half step back. Half step in, half step back. Half step in, 2 steps back. And I mean, he was getting in the range, getting out of the range. Shit that I ain't knew he had to his game. Charlo fucking up. Charlo should have been got on him. I feel like Charlo, first of all, he better go take that IBF mandatory and boost his confidence back up. And if we could get Tszyu, Castano, Tszyu moving, and I know he probably shouldn't get the shot, but I wouldn't mind Tszyu and Danny. They tailor made for each other. The big shot counter puncher from Danny, and you got Tszyu gonna come forward and give him everything he need to counter with.
I don't know. Danny got enough power to get in there with Tszyu.
Hey, but think about it. You saw his footwork against Jose. He was moving around, jumping around, man. Hey,
Jose started his career at 140, bro.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I'm just saying, though. I feel like, maybe he could turn him and it'll be a good fight. You think he stop him?
Does Tszyu stop Danny? He should.
No, you wouldn't bet on that. You put your money on decision.
Danny's never been stopped, but Danny never fought anybody like Tszyu.
He fought Earl? I think, listen, I feel like y'all disrespecting my dog Earl right now. Like Tszyu just to blow through this man. I don't see it that way now. I see that as a good firefight. And I don't know if he can catch him clean as many times as Crawford did, man. Crawford lightning quick, man. I mean, with precision accuracy. I don't see Tszyu landing like that, man. And like I got my 5 for running over. I'm gonna go ahead and cash up to you.
Feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
I gotta be real. I thought KSI got robbed, man. I've been meaning to call in the whole weekend. I felt like KSI landed the bigger punches, man. I wasn't feeling that pity pat ass shit Logan was throwing out there.
Word. Yeah,
I mean, to call in the back.
I gave KSI the fight for that one hand, but you gotta
The
do more in
one hand,
boxing.
I had the 3-3 plus the point deduction. That was it. That was it, man. But yeah, I really wouldn't mind that Lubin Tszyu fight. I'm gonna get back to that. My bad. I'm gonna get back to that. It ain't too many fights on the landscape for Tszyu though. Like, if you don't get Lubin or Castano, where do you go from there? I mean, everything really already cleared out for you. All you can do is wait on Jermell. I don't really see him. I don't really see no other moves for him to make right now. Who else you see on the landscape?
For who?
For Tszyu.
I told you.
Tszyu?
I want Triple G, Charlo, Crawford, Canelo, Lubin, Castano.
Oh. I mean, I don't know about Canelo and Triple G now, but I damn sure wouldn't mind Bud right now. That'd be the perfect fight. If they'll let Spence step aside real fast, get another fight, and they do it again at 54 if Bud can beat Tszyu and get a belt, I love it then. But man, look here, I don't know, man. I ain't know about Canelo. I feel like Canelo will hurt that man, man. He can't just walk up on Canelo like that. But Tszyu was placing his shots better than I ever seen. The motherfucker getting better, man. I had Jermell just knocking him the fuck out all before, but now that's turning into a real 50-50 fight for me, man. But I ain't gonna keep going on and on. But yeah, Tszyu showed some shit this last weekend, man. But that's my call.
All right. Yeah, I said Triple G, man, for you guys laughing in the chat. Bring Triple G out of retirement, move up to 60. That's a huge fight for Tszyu. They could do that in any country. James Benitez says Virgil Ortiz, stop playing. Tszyu versus Ortiz. I don't think that's ever happening, bro. They like, bro, like Virgil's most serious fight was fucking Kavalaskis or Maurice Hooker. Like they not throwing him in there with Zoo. I don't see that happening. Um, see here. Looks like we got Tommy, actually Georgie, Boston.
Hey, yo, what's happening, people? How's sound?
Straight.
Yo, listen, B. Custer suit. Team got to fight CYP in Australia, though. If they don't fight down there in Australia, they should fight down on street market down on Tijuana, Mexico, and whatnot. Who give a fuck what team's fighting, though? What we talking about?
You really asking what we talking about, bro?
Yeah, team. Who the fuck give a fuck what team fighting, though?
You saying who gives a fuck where Tim is fighting?
No, who he fighting? There's so many names out there. There's so many names, though. He can pick anybody. Go take your vacation for the 6 months. I don't give a fuck. Let that nigga just marinate his victory, then give him an easy one coming out. But I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm worried about Haney and Progress. That shit 51 to 49. I got Haney, nigga, by a hair. And you guys want to talk about this Team Tszyu shit? The fuck?
Why you hating on Zoo? I'm lost.
Man. Nah, it ain't like I'm hating. Yo, there's so many names. They really want to make a fight. Ain't Castaño there like they said. That would be, yo, you know Castaño coming to knock your motherfucking head off and Tszyu goes forward. So we got a guarantee KO there. That's fire. But we ain't going to get that shit.
Why not?
So what we going to get? I don't give a fuck. 6 months down the fucking line, I'm not excited about it. I want to know what's happening right now. What the fuck with Spence? He left that bottle already? Listen, it's Spence, Arrow, Big Fish, my dude. First round, 2 low blows. Don't give a fuck about nobody say, my G. You're not going to catch up with Crawford. 2 low blows in the first round, boom. Made that cat weak. Fuck it. Did he fight it or not? I don't give a fuck. Don't go out there and grab another fucking L. Ain't nobody want to see that shit. Talk about excitement, good shit, fucking team. What the fuck team doing? Man, yo, everybody support the channel. The best podcast in the motherfucking world, TBB. I'm out.
All right. No clue what he meant, but Tommy in Florida.
Hold up, Ness, you got me?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try to catch up for the last couple of shows. But George, you funny. Yeah. So honestly, if Tszyu, if that picture was recent, I guess a Triple G looking fat or whatever, I don't know. But you know, Triple G that I think will show up, I have him favored to beat Tszyu because y'all really be disrespecting Triple G right now these days. Out of all the names people been saying, I think the more likely would be Lubin in March. I would rather see Charlo than see Bud fight Tim. But, you know, if not, then, you know, if everybody else going to do everything else, I think Lubin more likely. For the Regis stuff, like, I mean, you know, about the fight, I don't really, you know, people was calling and talking real, you know, whatever, all that nasty shit, talking shit about it, man. I don't really give a fuck. Like you said earlier, it's bringing publicity to the fight, people talking about the fight, is getting people hyped and ready, what, these 7-8 weeks out. So it's good that people finally talking about it. Last week you had the little show about resume by Tszyu and Devin, and Bill kind of took over my call. But the reason why I picked Tszyu over Devin was like resume was because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Devin has 4 champions on his resume.
It wasn't supposed to be Tszyu and Devin, because Devin wasn't at 40. It's supposed to be Tszyu and Regis.
Y'all. Well, it wasn't supposed to be. No, y'all was asking whose resume at the time is better, Tszyu or Devin.
No,
like you had a show that was like the caption.
That's not the show.
So
it was who's the best at number 1, Devin was saying Regis is the best, and the world was giving their opinion at who's really the best at 140, and they was claiming Tio's really the best at 140, not Regis.
Oh well, that show I was listening to, everybody was talking about both of their resumes and stuff. Haney and Tio, not Regis. But I mean, Regis got not Regis, my bad. Tio got 3 wins over 3 current champions. Like at the time he fought them, they was current champions. One was a champ, one was a unified champ, one was a champ, former undisputed and still undefeated at the time he fought them. So that's why I got him highly up there with a good resume.
Again, you
And what else
switching
y'all
the
was talking about?
show, my brother. It ain't about resume. It ain't about. The show was Devin Haney trying to say Regis is the best at 140. Our job is to say that's not true. There's better fighters at 140 than Regis. So then everyone called in to either say Matisse is better or Regis is better or
And that was
Tio is
the
better.
day Bill came on. That was the day Bill came on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was talking about the day Bill came on. But all right, but yeah, I think Lubin the most likely option for Tim Tszyu. And I'm a fan of Tim, and I kind of missed the fight, but I watched the highlights, and then it was like the post-fight interview he gave, and it was just like he real entertaining. He real entertaining. I like it. So, but shout out TBV. That's my call.
All right. Yeah, people was trying to make an argument for Dev, and it was basing it off of Tio having the loss. So you right, it was when Bill was here because I remember Bill coming on talking about, we beat the dude that beat him or something like that. So you are right, that was that day. Looks like we got another caller here. This is Mark. What up, Miami?
What up? What up? You talking Tim Tszyu and the Mendoza fight?
No, Tim Tszyu's hit list. He wants Charlo, Crawford, Canelo. He's returning in March. He wants to come to Vegas. He wants to fight in Vegas, so that's what we're talking. His hit list and potentially who he could be facing next.
I wouldn't mind seeing that Charlo fight. And in his post-fight interview, he threw some shade and he also, gave him some props. He did say, the announcer asked him, do you think, Charlo is scared? And he said, nah, of course Charlo not scared. He just fought Canelo. But then he did throw some jabs at Charlo, said, yeah, he is one of the best, but he's second, he's behind me. So I think that would be a good fight. And I think, and Mendoza, he came to fight. Especially coming and seeing the last 2 fights that Tim Tszyu had, what he did to Tony Harrison and what he did to Ocampo, he just kind of like walked through them guys. But it took some time for him to get through to Mendoza. Mendoza finished the fight, so more power to him. I would see Mendoza fight again. I almost kind of compared it to when Boots fought. What's the dude? His last fight he fought? Villa?
Yep.
Yeah. How he just kept coming forward. He didn't give up even though he was getting tagged. And I think that was a good test for Tim Tszyu. So as far as the Canelo, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to bring Canelo out. And when it comes up to Crawford, I want to see Crawford get the big fights. He hasn't. I want to see him get those huge fights. Fuck it, he already accomplished so much. 2-time undisputed. So, and I ain't gonna lie, Tim Tszyu, them shorts was tough. I haven't seen someone come with that icy blue like that before. I ain't gonna lie. So to you, who got some good ring wear to you that you can remember? Like, yeah, his shit be tough.
Devin, Tank, Floyd, Logan, Jake.
Gotta go Bud with the fishnet.
For real.
That
was probably one of the best.
Yeah. Shit. Oh, also, last thing, that kid Sam Goodman, I peeped. he's always fighting under Tim Tszyu. That kid is
Yeah.
cold, man.
Yeah, he beat
He is
Reese
cold.
Alim the last time out. Now he fucking got another one.
Yeah, he said he wants to fight in Vegas too. So hopefully, you know, whenever Tim Tszyu fight in Vegas, he can have him on the undercard. I'll watch that shit for sure. I'll definitely watch it. But that's my call, man.
All
Y'all
right,
boys
champ.
keep doing what y'all do.
Appreciate you. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in the eyes of other boxing fans. Number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. Looks like we got to everybody next. GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Until the next one, tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace.